I've literally had eaten up sand to last me the whole year, to be honest.
Question is, what do you call the music we play down here in the Turks and Caicos Islands?
Where you come and get your excursions at all the different tents. They're numbered. And we have to come to number 8 later for our tram, open air tram tour. Here in Grand Turk, I got coconut caramel and pound cake. It's really good. It's super hot out here. Huh? Welcome. You got the passion fruit? How you like it? It's pretty good. Okay. We are walking to the tram to take our open air tram tour. So hot, y'all. We just paid about $18 for some bottles of water at the ice cream place. Let me show you the tram.
The restrooms are at the lighthouse. So after 20 minutes in the old historic area, we're going to hop back on here and make our way to the end of the island, which is the lighthouse. And over at the lighthouse, you will have an opportunity to take a picture with a donkey or feed a donkey with a carrot for just $1. Then we're going to hop back on here after 10 minutes and make our way back on the Atlantic side. So all on board, let's get out of here so we can see what the island of Grand Turk looks like. Scooters, these are all local business here on the outside. One thing that the corporation does not do is duplicate the same business here on the property. But here on the outside, these guys do pretty good because a lot of people walk here on the outside looking for something different that this cruise boat has to offer. So they do pretty good here on the outside. So let's get out here so we can start our tour of the island of Grand Turk. ATVs, golf carts, scooters, all local businesses here on the outside.
Going down out here.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to Grand Turk, the Turks and Caicos Islands, which is made up of 42 islands and keys. We got 42 islands and keys, 9 islands that people actually live on, and all 9 islands has an airport. This island, Grand Turk, is the second smallest island. It is only 7 miles long, 3 miles wide. Only 5,000 people live here on this island. Only 5,000. So everyone knows everyone, and everyone knows everyone's business. Right, this yard that we are driving through here, there used to be a U.S. Air Force base. The United States government had 2 bases on these islands. From 1953, they were all closed in 81. They were watching Cuba from these islands during the missile crisis. Santiago de Cuba is about 45 minutes away from these islands by airplane. If you look over to my right up high, you're going to see the white round ball. That was the radar tracking station. It is still in operations today. It is owned and operated by the FAA. It has 3 backup systems to it. Anything with a transponder on it, land, air, or sea, they can actually see it in New York and Miami Center just because of that radar repeater. This base was the Pan American base. It had a bar, a restaurant. It also had a movie theater on it. That local persons can get on this base with 1 week in advance pass. The other base you're going to see later on with a U.S. Navy base, it was totally top secret. No one could get on the Navy base for nothing. All these damaged buildings that we're looking at, they were damaged from the last hurricane storm, and the reason why they were not pushed on the ship is because of the asbestos materials. So we are still waiting on the specialists to get here, not only to push them down, but to take them completely off of this island. They were put up by the U.S. government in 1953. Ladies and gentlemen, to live here on these islands, it is very expensive because everything is imported. Now we export a small number of seafood, nothing much to brag about because we have never met the quota. So the food we eat, the water we drink, the vehicles we drive, it all comes out of Miami, Florida. Here's our shipyard right here to my left. We get 2 ships a week, Tropical Shipping and Seacor, that bring in all the containers with all the goods for this island, Grand Turk. Ladies and gentlemen, these islands, the Turks and Caicos Islands, we are not an independent country. We are an overseas territory of the United Kingdom, but we only use the U.S. currency here on these islands. No other currency, just the U.S. dollar. So coming up here to my left, behind this long white wall, is the governor's office from the UK. And the UK government changes its governors here on these islands every 3 years. So every 3 years we will have a new governor. So here's the governor's office to my left. It was built in 1815, and all the way down to the left is the governor's house, sits right on the government beach. Now you can see these islands are pretty much safe, no security guards with guns, so I can go there and make an appointment to see the governor today, no problem. But although we have a governor from the United Kingdom, ladies and gentlemen, we also have an elected local prime minister and 15 members of his cabinet. So the UK government does not get involved in our day-to-day affairs. Even a governor that sits back there gets paid from local government's treasury. This country, we will offer grant and aid from the United Kingdom now for over 35 years. But we do depend on the UK Office for International Security because we do not have a defense force here on these islands, just a small police force. Coming up here to the right side shortly, white buildings, white top, is the international airport. You can fly off this island every 2 hours to get over to the bigger island. It's called Providenciales. And from the big island, you can fly to United States and Canada every day, and over to Heathrow, London, only on the weekends. So here's the airport to the right side. Here to my left, we have the John Glenn capsule, 1962. John had a problem with his space shuttle. He landed 22 miles east of this island in the water that's right behind us. The 2 bases were here at that time, so the U.S. Coast Guard went out and picked him up. It was called the Friendship 7. It was on February 20th, 1962, guys. That is not the original capsule. The original capsule sits up in Florida at Nassau, but that is the same size. Where the U.S. Vice President came down here 2 days later and met John on the same island after he splashed down. February 20th, 1962, John Glenn. Coming up here to my right is a portion of the government office. Now, government offices, they are not in one particular area. They are spread all over this island. So we have the Deputy Governor's Office coming up here to my right. The Attorney General Chambers. Financial Service Commission, the Director of Public Prosecution, Infrastructure and Housing. On our way coming back, we will see the government compound. The government ran most of his office on this island from local businessmen. So on the free strip here, you can take up to a 757 aircraft very, very easily. Now this is all fenced off, so no one can get onto that strip at all, especially the animals. Many years ago, from the 16th century, This country used to supply parts of Europe and the United States with sea salt. There were no vehicles here on these islands in the 16th century. So the donkeys was the only transportation to pull the salt from the salt house down to the shipyard. We discontinued the salt in the early 80s because it got too expensive to ship it all the way to Europe. And that's when this country went strictly into tourism. And that's when the animals went free. This island in Grand Turk has over 200 donkeys on it that roams the streets freely, over 200 donkeys. So the farther north in this direction we go, the more donkeys we will see. Because we are sitting right in the pathway of hurricane storms. The last storm we had here through these islands, it was only 81 weeks ago, Hurricane Fiona. Fiona came over these islands at a category 4 and sit for 4 hours. But here on these islands, we're already used to a Cat 5 storm, so Fiona was a joke for us. The only thing happened to this island during Hurricane Fiona, we lost 12 of these lamp poles, and we were only out of electricity for 7 days. Day number 8, we were up and running just as normal as can be. But during the 2017 storm, we had 2 Cat 5, Hurricane Irma and Hurricane Maria. And during those 2 storms, we lost all of these lamp poles, and we were out of electricity for 3 whole months. 3 months with no power. And a lot of help came from the US, Canada, and the UK. And it cost this country over $300,000. And we were up and running in just 3 short months. We have another government office, ladies, built strong to withstand a Cat 5 storm. So the only there in these homes and ride out the storm in these concrete buildings. This house here to my left, people that bought their shutters. One here to my right, people build their shutters out of plywood. But there's no evacuation at all, none whatsoever. Most to the left side is the Do-It Center, where we get most of our building materials from. Next to the Do-It Center, to the left side again, is Digicel, one of our internet service company, also a telephone company, Digicel. The next building, ladies and gentlemen, coming up to the right side is one of our local dye shops called Grand Turk Dyery. Here to the right side. Well, guys, we crossed the international airport earlier. We have the 6,000 feet strip. You can take the 7.3s and the 7.5 aircrafts. And then we have to go over to the bigger island first. And the reason why, because this island does not have enough hotel rooms to sustain a commercial flight from the US or Canada. So here is our main hotel to my left. It's called the Osprey Beach Hotel. Sits right on the waterfront. Called the Osprey Beach Hotel. Now there used to be another hotel further up called the Bohio Resort. It was recently sold. But as we get further up, guys, I will show you where the new hotels are being built, and when they are completed, we will have direct flights from the US, Canada, over to this island, Grand Turk. This street is called Duke Street. It's called the Old Historic Coal-Born Town. It used to be a 2-way street many years ago. It's just a 1-way street now. Most of the buildings on the street were built from the 1800s, including these walls. Sandbar to my left was recently built. The Manor House to the right side, and the Soulraker Inn, all Airbnbs centered on the waterfront. The next building coming up to the right side, another local dye shop called Chaka, coming up on the right side. And the building here to the left used to be a bar and a restaurant. This was sold. Now it's a private home called the Wood's Edge here to my left. The next building coming up to the right side, shortly called the Turks Head Inn. The Turks Head Inn is owned by movie producer When it comes to these islands to shoot a movie, here is where they live, and when they are not shooting a movie, they rent this out as a small hotel. Right there to the right side, where the Turks set in. If the taco bar here to the left side is a beach bar and a restaurant to the left, called the taco bar. And next to the taco bar is the beach house, Airbnb. It's a lot of Airbnbs on this island, guys, not much hotel rooms. There are 3 more Airbnbs here to my right. 1, 2, 3. And you can find these places online, what these places cost per night. To a dark blue, that is a 7,000 feet drop off.
Wow.
It's called the Columbus Passage. It is 22 miles long, 3 miles wide, and 7,000 feet deep. Now that's the reason why your ship can get so close into the harbor, because of the depth of that channel. Although some of the other islands are more built up than this island, Grand Turk, but this island is the only island in the Turks and Caicos Islands you can get a cruise ship into. The other islands, the water is too shallow. Here to the right side. Next to the elegant church, we have the Tourist Board Information Office. Here to the right. Tourist Board Information Office.
Got off of our tram at the shop, so we got a chance to stop at the food truck and shop a little bit at the gift shops back there and eat at the food truck. So we're trying to try some jerk chicken at this food truck. All of it's off the water. So pretty. This is where the hotels are being built.
Here to the left and also the right side, these are the salt ponds that we keep flooded with water. When we get over on the other side, I will explain to you the reason why. On this island, 2 private schools, 1 high school and 1 college. So here's the Glennon Primary coming up to my left. Now all the schools in this country wears a uniform. So if we see a school child on the street, we know exactly this school kids. And we know exactly what school they're from just by the colors they're wearing. So here's the Glennon here to the left side. Next to the Glennon, here 2-story high, is just an apartment block here to my left. And over to the right side, 2-story high, is our hospital. Now the hospitals in this country, the government leased them all out to in-house Canada. So it deals with all of our health care. Me as a commercial driver, my health insurance is $50 a month. If any other person like a teacher or lawyer, they will pay $250. It doesn't matter how many persons living in the home. Everyone is covered under the $250.
Wow.
So when we go to see a doctor, we just take $10 for registration, and everything else behind that becomes free. Here is the old hospital here to my left. This new hospital was only built about 7 years ago. The old hospital is just a home now for older folks here to the left side. Now we're going to drive across the back of the new hospital. Coming up on the right. And we have some more apartment blocks, Airbnbs we build here to the left side.
The new hospital.
jump on the back, y'all. On top of
The back of the new hospital. To the right side, ladies and gentlemen, here on this island, we can find like 3 large grocery stores. 3 main grocery stores, but there are a lot of small corner stores, which is 3 main grocery. $100 a month. A 2-bedroom for about $800 a month. And a 3-bedroom for about $1,000 a month. So coming up here to my left, on the top of this hill, we have a 2 and a 3-bedroom apartment on block. Right to the left side. And next to the apartment block is the Lighthouse Church. Tell you guys, a lot of churches here on these islands. We are a Christian nation. The Lighthouse Church here to the left side. The next building coming up here on my right, it's a gas station and also a hardware store. And this will be the first hill we're going to climb up when we get to the lighthouse. When we get on the top of the second hill, we will be at the highest point. We have another Airbnb here to the left. This one here is called the Island House. To the left side, called the Island House. This will be the second hill we're going to climb up. When we get to the top of this hill, we're going to get through those gates for nothing. It was totally top secret. All the buildings they are original buildings where the U.S. left them. Original buildings. They were actually listening to parts of Cuba, not on this base, and the Pan American base with the radars still set up. They were watching over parts of Cuba. Listening at one base, watching at the other, and they also had a submarine station at this base.
Picture of the sand. Grand Turk Lighthouse weather station. They have a restaurant, a gift shop. Looks like a little grill. And the lighthouse. Little cocktail bar set up out here. Like a little rope course. Picnic area, a little swing, and the lighthouse. Wow. Beautiful.
right. Get some AC blowing there. There we go. All aboard. Let's go.
That was just Carnival. So now she's going to bring him to this side. Talk right.
Look at me like
I'm not. I'm saying that's why he over here. He looking at you.
like I said, he's looking at.
I'm not trying to jump in with him.
There you go.
That's what I'm saying. Close it up.
Close it, Lanaya.
Line from the head to the tail on either side of the two front legs that took Jesus into Jerusalem before he got crucified. Anywhere in this world you go, you see those great donkeys, you will see the cross of Christ lay right on the backside. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is time I...
Hey y'all, so we just got back on the boat from a fun day at Grand Turk. I had to come in and kind of shower and get myself together, y'all. It's extremely hot. It says it's only 88 degrees, but it's so humid. Literally, you sweat just from sitting there. But I wanted to come and give you all a quick tour of the room while it was kind of quiet. 1 second, let me get started with that. So when you come in here, you have the door, which is where we come in to our stateroom. We have an interior cabin, so the first closet that you have is where we keep our safety gear, life preservers, and extra sheets. We also stuck our blue Carnival towel in there just to kind of keep it out the way. This first, or the next middle cabinet is where we have extra hanging storage and a mirror, body mirror. This is where we keep the safe, or where they keep the safe, and where I have some things hung up. And if we swing this way, we have our light switch and bathroom. Plenty of space to hang up your towels. The light switch to the bathroom is on the outside of the door. So we just have everything that we need here in this bathroom. It's not huge at all. We have our shower shoes, items in the shower. They do give you shampoo and shower gel and plenty of towels. They come and refresh those towels twice a day. If you put them on the floor, they'll take them with them and give you new ones. So excuse any of our mess. We have been living in here for the last few days. Trying to keep it as clean as possible, but we have a little fridge, which is actually not a fridge, but it's actually a cooler. And we did bring on our wine and our own soda, and so we kept it here in this little cooler. It's not cool enough for any food or medication, and it does tell you that there. So please don't put your medicine and food in there, because it won't keep it extremely cold, but just cool enough for your drinks. So we have our plugs. I just ordered some room service. I'll show you that, because the lines upstairs, y'all, are ridiculous. Again, we just got back and I'm just too hot and too tired to be fooling with those lines. So here's our bed. They did give us a cute little sea animal. We had the bed converted to a king for the 2 adults. We have more storage over here, another little nightstand, and I have my bag open over there in the corner, so I won't show y'all all that mess, but They did give us plenty of hanging space here. And I'm just honestly living out of my suitcase this trip. Last cruise I did kind of unpack all my clothes, but this trip we're here with family, and from the time we got on this boat, we have been rocking and rolling, going. So I just been kind of grabbing what I need and getting back out the door. And there's nobody in this room but myself and my husband, so it has been pretty easy to keep our things pushed to the side and out the way for the housekeeper to come in and clean, and not have everything all over the place. But we're having a great time. Tonight's the all-white party, so we're going to take a break after coming back from the island, and I'll show you clips from the all-white party later tonight. See you soon.
And there is no time nor space that can come in between it. In this movie starred Patrick Swayze,